In 1973, audiences stepped into theaters expecting a simple horror flick. But what they got was something far darker and far more unforgettable. The Exorcist became the first horror movie ever nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture, and, when adjusted for inflation, it remains the highest-grossing R-rated movie of all time, earning the equivalent of over $1.17 billion since its initial 1973 release. Francis Ford Coppola's The Godfather had dominated cinemas for over a year and was still playing in some major markets when The Exorcist premiered. But within weeks, The Exorcist became a nationwide phenomenon. It immediately caused pandemonium. The hysteria it created was global. In the UK, some towns banned it entirely, giving rise to so-called Exorcist bus trips, where fans traveled to neighboring cities just to experience the film that everyone was afraid to show. Audiences waited for hours in freezing weather. Lines stretched for blocks in major cities like New York, Washington, D.C., and Los Angeles. People fainted, vomited, screamed, and even fled theaters mid-showing.
Halfway through the movie, the movie starts getting quite violent, and people get quite unusual reactions, and we have a lot of people throwing up and a lot of people shuddering. But the thing that really surprises me is people faint. I mean, I've never in my life known a movie where people would faint. I mean, it's hard to make people faint.
Police officers and paramedics were stationed outside cinemas because theater managers expected people to collapse or go into shock. And they were right. In Hollywood, a woman fainted and broke her jaw on a seat armrest. Warner Brothers settled a lawsuit with her out of court. One theater in Los Angeles even offered Exorcist barf bags as a promotional gag, and they were used.
Are you going to go back in and see more of the movie now?
Probably, yeah.
What are you going to do right now?
I don't want to see it, but my curiosity is killing me. I have to see it.
Do you think you'll go back in?
I don't know. I have a friend in there alone, and I don't want to leave her in there alone. But it's just, it's incredibly frightening.
During one of the early screenings in Rome, Italy, a freak storm hit the city. As the movie played in a theater located directly across from a 400-year-old church, lightning struck the building's steeple, sending a large metal cross crashing into the plaza below. No one was injured, but the timing was eerie. The story quickly spread through Italian newspapers and international outlets, becoming part of the film's curse mythos. So why did the movie struck such a chord within the audience? Before 1973, Hollywood had flirted with the idea of evil. Dracula, Psycho, Rosemary's Baby. But The Exorcist was the first film to confront the devil head-on in a realistic, modern setting. Many believe that what shook people to their core with The Exorcist was that there was no metaphor, no mystery. Evil was literal, invasive, and blasphemous. Something horror legend Peter Cushing said himself after viewing the film, to the point where the movie disgusted him. It was the first time audiences saw possession portrayed not as folklore, but as something that could happen in their own home, to a child. A sweet, innocent 12-year-old girl was transformed into a violent, profane, physically warped monster. And that shattered taboos that no film had ever dared touch. For many viewers, especially in a deeply Christian America, this was the first time Satan felt real. Also, William Friedkin shot the film like a documentary, not a gothic fantasy. There were no monsters and shadows, just bright hospital lights, a normal house, real locations, and handheld camera work. This realism made the supernatural elements like the levitation, the contorted body, the voice, and the obscenities feel disturbingly real. The possession scenes looked believable. There were no cheap-looking props and B-movie effects. That moment during the ritual, when the priests finally managed to drive the demon out, even for a few seconds, hits at the core. Watching Regan's frail body thrash and fight against that monstrous, inhuman force trying to claw its way back inside her captures the essence of The Exorcist's horror. Viewers couldn't hide behind the comfort of fiction. It looked like something you could walk in on.